Hello friend. Last of the Summer Wine remains a much-loved British sitcom since it finished airing in 2010. It ran for an incredible 37 years, having made its debut in 1973 on the network. In this video, you will see how have the actors of the movie Last of the Summer Wine changed. You will know their real names and age. I will show you how they looked then, in 1973, and what's with them now, in 2025. Okay, let's go. Brian Murphy as Alvin Smedley. Age filming. 41 years old. Brian Murphy is an English actor and comedian who starred in Man About the House and George and Mildred. He joined the cast of Last of the Summer Wine in 2003 and stayed until the show's final season. The father of two is years old and still appears to be acting, with his latest role being in 2021. He voiced a character for 2 episodes in the TV series Mighty Six and starred in an episode of Holby City in 2019. He died the 1st of February 2025 at the age of 92. Robert Fife as Howard. Age filming. 43 years old. Scottish actor Robert was one of the surviving members of the hit cast before he passed away the 15th of September 2021 at age 90. He starred in the comedy series for 25 years and had a distinguished film career which started in 1962 and concluded in 2016. Over 50 years later, he landed roles in Corrie, The Return of Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Finley's Casebook, Monarch of the Glen and Misfits. But it was for his comical character Howard which he will be best known, as he played his own pivotal role in make the show a big success. A shy, henpecked husband of Pearl, Howard had a glam lover Marina. Some of Robert's funniest scenes would be when he donned countless disguises to try and avoid the clutches of his troublesome wife. Peter Sallis as Norman Clegg. Age filming. 52 years old. Peter Sallis was a British actor who was also known for voicing Wallace in the animated Wallace and Gromit films. He starred in Last of the Summer Wine from its debut until the final episode, making him the only actor to appear in all 295 episodes. Peter also played Norman Clegg's father in the prequel series First of the Summer Wine. The actor died aged 96 back in June 2017. At Denville Hall, a professional actor's retirement home, he was buried next to fellow Last of the Summer Wine actor Bill Owen. One of his last acting roles was in the TV show Wallace and Gromit's World of Invention. Bill Owen as Compo Simonite. Age filming. 59 years old. Bill played the iconic character Compo Simonite in the legendary sitcom for a staggering 27 years. Instantly recognizable for his green beanie and his diminutive frame, the London-born actor was central to the Yorkshire-based BBC series. One of his songs, Marianne, was recorded by Cliff Richard, and he also collaborated with fellow songwriter Tony Russell on the hit musical Match Girls before he found fame on the TV screen. Bill also had an acclaimed career in film, appearing in nearly 50 films including comedy roles in the legendary Carry On franchise. What few people will probably not know about Bill is that he had a successful second career as a songwriter during the 1960s. Bill continued working right up to his death, with his last on-screen appearance being in April 2000. He died aged 85 in 1999 after battling pancreatic and bowel cancer, having first fallen ill whilst filming the series. Brian Wilde as Foggy Dewhurst. Age filming. 46 years old. The Lancashire-born actor played the iconic character Walter Foggy Dewhurst in the hit show and will also be well known for his role as prison officer Mr. Barrowclough in comedy Stonker Porridge. Brian replaced actor Michael Bates as the third member of the legendary trio in 1976, and he instantly became a huge hit with fans of the show. The comedy dynamic of Clegg, Compo and Foggy was what made the show such a huge success. An accomplished actor, Brian appearing in an array of films from 1953 up until 1979. He started his TV career in 1963, and his last credits were for the character Major John Wyatt in 1998. Bringing to end a distinguished career on the silver screen which spanned a staggering 35 years. The father of two died aged 80 in March 2008, after suffering a fall from which he never recovered. Michael Aldridge as Seymour Utterthwaite. Age filming. 53 years old. Michael Aldridge was an English actor known for both his stage and screen roles. He died aged 73 in January 1994. Having lived in Greenwich, London, the star left his role in Last of the Summer Wine to be a full-time carer for his wife. One of his last TV roles was in Stanley and the Women in 1991. Frank Thornton as Truly Truelove. Age filming. 52 years old. Frank Thornton was an English actor who starred in Are You Being Served? And its sequel Grace and Favor. He died from natural causes aged 92 in March 2013, while he was asleep at home in London. One of his last roles was as a man getting off a bus in the film Run for Your Wife. Bert Kwok as Electrical Entwistle. Age filming. 43 years old. Bert Kwok was an English actor who starred in the Pink Panther films as well as Tenko. He joined Last of the Summer Wine in 2002 and was in the cast until the series came to an end. Bert died aged 85 in May 2016 following a battle with cancer at a Marie Curie hospice. One of his last appearances was in Whatever Happened to Harry Hill in 2012. Michael Bates as Cyril Blamire. Age filming. 53 years old. Michael Bates was a British actor born in India who also starred in It Ain't Half Hot Mum and Clockwork Orange. He died aged 57 back in 1978, following a battle with cancer, and he left behind 3 children. His final TV appearance was as Bearer Rangi Ram in It Ain't Half Hot Mum in 1977. Kathy Staff as Nora Batty. Age filming. 45 years old. Kathy played another iconic character in the show, the unforgettable Nora Batty. The actress starred in 245 episodes of the show and became a national icon after her incredible run in the show. Instantly recognizable for her wrinkled stockings, pinny and distinctive style of hair with curlers in, Kathy made Nora a well-loved character. One of the perpetual annoyances in Nora's life was character Compo. Her neighbor was very fond of Nora, but she was always having to spurn his advances. Often Nora would chase Compo with a broomstick, especially when he made cheeky comments about her stockings. Kathy had a respected TV career and starred in many other shows including Crossroads, Coronation Street, Open All Hours and The Benny Hill Show. She died in December 2008 at the age of 80. Jean Ferguson as Marina. Age filming. 41 years old. Jean Ferguson portrayed Marina. She joined the cast in 1985 and became known for playing the sultry and mischievous character who had an ongoing flirtatious relationship with the much older character of Norman Clegg. Marina was a fun, bold, and cheeky character, often involved in comedic situations, particularly with Clegg, and she added a layer of romance and intrigue to the series. She died the 14th of November 2019 at age 74. Keith Clifford as Billy Hardcastle. Age filming. 35 years old. Keith Clifford, from Halifax, played the role of Billy from 1999 until 2006. He decided to leave after the 27th series and went on to make guest appearances in Christmas Lights and Coronation Street. In 2007 he played Frank Nichols in the ITV soap. But fans may be interested to hear he had starred in the soap before. Now he is 87. Jean Alexander as Auntie. Age filming. 47 years old. The actress will be best known to TV fans as the iconic character Hilda Ogden in Coronation Street. She played the character from 1964 to 1987 before going on to play Auntie Wainwright in Last of the Summer Wine. Jean won a 1985 Royal Television Society Award for Best Performance for her role in Corrie and also received a BAFTA nomination for Best Actress 3 years later. Jean starred in a string of films including Scandal, Willie's War and Hooves of Fire, as well as in the popular children's series The Phoenix and the Carpet. She starred in TV from 1961 to 2006, before retiring in 2012 after a career which spanned 6 decades. In October 2016 she celebrated her 90th birthday, but sadly died 3 days later. Jane Freeman as Ivy. Age filming. 38 years old. Jane Freeman played Ivy in Last of the Summer Wine, a role she held from the very beginning of the show in 1973 until 2010. Ivy was the wife of the grumpy and sometimes cantankerous character, Sid, played by John Comer, and she was known for being sweet, caring, and a bit naive. Ivy ran the local cafe with her husband, and much of her character's storylines involved her interactions with the regulars at the cafe, as well as her relationship with Sid, which was often full of comedic moments. Ivy had a lovable, down-to-earth personality that contrasted nicely with the more eccentric characters around her. And her gentle, sometimes innocent nature was a significant part of the show's charm. She died the 9th of March 2017 at the age of 81. Mike Grady as Barry. Age filming, 27 years old. Mike Grady played Barry in Last of the Summer Wine in its later years. Starting in the 1990s, Barry was introduced as the long-suffering husband of Glenda, a character known for her eccentric and unpredictable behavior. The character of Barry was somewhat of a foil to Glenda, as he was more down-to-earth, and his attempts to handle her wild nature often led to comical situations. Now he is 80. Juliet Kaplan as Pearl. Age filming, 46 years old. Juliet Kaplan played Pearl in Last of the Summer Wine, a role she portrayed from 1985 until the show's conclusion in 2010. Pearl was the long-suffering wife of Howard. Pearl's relationship with Howard was a source of much of the show's humor. She had a sharp wit and wasn't afraid to voice her opinions, often leading to some of the funniest exchanges in the series. Despite her somewhat domineering personality, Pearl had moments of vulnerability, which added depth to her character. Juliet Kaplan's portrayal of Pearl made her one of the memorable characters on the show. She died the 10th of October 2019 at the age of 80.